I got a friend, I got a friend. He lives with me to the end.
I love that he follows you everywhere. Bye, buddy.
It's my bud. Hey guys, this is Nicole. This is Nicole. And that behind the camera is my Kylie Bear, the Thafmeister, my husband, Kyle. I forgot to say your name. Coming at you with a fancy new video. The top overrated foods for weight loss. These foods, they can help and do help with weight loss. They can be healthy for you as well. A lot of them are healthy.
We have a lot of them in our food plans, in our meal plans.
Yes, we do, in our weight loss guides. However, it's how you use them and how much of them you eat, and that is why we're putting them on our overrated list.
We're putting this video out because the hype train for these foods is getting way overblown and people are just going insane with these foods.
Yes, we have put them in order. We have 10 foods that we put on our list and a couple bonuses. We're gonna start with number 10 and go to our number 1, which we think is the worst overrated.
Yeah, the most overrated.
The most.
So we'll start with the least over. These are the ones at the beginning of the list, like 10, 9, 8. They're a little bit overrated.
We're gonna start with number 10, beans. Now, let me say again, this does not mean that these foods are not good for weight loss, and this does not mean that they're not healthy.
Or that you shouldn't have them
Or
at
that
all.
you shouldn't have them.
Yeah.
And again, we do eat these foods, and a lot of them are in our weight loss guides. However, we get a lot of people saying, oh, I just throw beans into my burrito bowl. Or do you eat beans? Or do you want some beans with your meal? Beans, they have protein and carbs in them. Kyle and I look at beans as a carb. So if I'm already eating a carb like a burrito bowl and I have rice and chicken and I add beans, I've already got my protein in the chicken and I've already got my carb in the rice. Then I add beans. I'm now adding more calories, more protein, and more carbs that I don't really need because I already have what I need in the rest of my burrito bowl.
So beans are just a little tricky, and that's why they're number 10, because they're just slightly overrated. We get a lot of people saying, I love eating wraps and I make these like tacos or whatever, and they're putting the wrap and then the beans and the rice in, and the beans are kind of like hidden from their mind as having carbs.
Yes, or you're like, I'm having like a low carb lunch and I put in like all these beans along with my salad to give myself more protein, but not realizing along with the carbs, yes, there is protein, but you're also getting carbs.
So count your beans.
Yes, exactly. So if you're gonna have beans, maybe, you know, like for us, if we're gonna have beans, we're not gonna have another carb. We will just have the beans. So what it is, like Kyle said, count them, measure them, include them as part of, you know, your calorie and carb count. Number 9, soup. Okay, get asked a lot about, do you eat soup? Or see people wanting to get healthy and lose weight and, you know, just putting a can of soup in a bowl and eating it. Soup is good. We have soup sometimes. We've eaten it in the past. We ate it to lose weight. It's in our plans. The problem with soup is that even if you're measuring the soup, you're just taking a cup of soup and putting it in a bowl. You don't know how many noodles are in, or rice, or whatever's in the soup, or beans, or whatever.
Or protein.
You don't know how much protein you're getting, and you don't know how many vegetables. So most of the time, let's take like a can of chicken noodle soup, for example. Even if it's low in fat, you don't know how many carbs you're getting. You could be getting like 40, 50 grams of carbs and not even intending to want that much in the form of noodles.
Yeah, like you could make a whole pot, spend all Sunday making a big pot of soup, and it's like got all these healthy ingredients, you know, chicken, vegetables,
potatoes,
noodles,
whatever.
But then when you go to eat it for lunch, people are just taking big scoops, and they don't, in those individual scoops, they don't know what the breakdown of macros is.
So what we do when we make soup, we'll make the broth, make the veggies, and make the protein, and we will weigh out the protein we put in our broth and measure out the veggies, so we know we're getting enough protein, we know we're getting our full servings of veggies, because most of those cans, in one serving, if you're pouring a cup in of soup, you're only getting a few veggies. Like there's only a few peas and carrots or whatever in the serving.
Another thing, salt's not too bad, but a lot of them are loaded with sodium, so you got to watch that too.
Number 8, salad. Okay, I know you guys are writing in the comments, salad is healthy. Yes, it is. However, every time that I look around anywhere I am and I see people eating salad thinking that they're healthy, what I watch them do, get a salad, take a bottle of dressing, dump the dressing, then reach for nuts, put them in, then reach for dried fruit or fresh fruit, dump it in, cheese, bang it in there. Nothing measured. All those ingredients are really good for you. But now you have a calorie loaded salad. It could actually be like half the calories of the day and you don't even know it, because you think you're eating healthy, but you haven't measured any of the ingredients out. A lot of people load their salad with salad dressing. So yes, salad is healthy for you, it's great for weight loss, but we have to measure everything that goes in our salad. We always get asked, why do you measure veggies? It's just veggies. Well, because too much of anything is not good for you. We don't want to overeat on the veggies and then get bloated. Too many veggies make us bloated too.
And that's the other thing, the problem with the big salad is that you have to flavor the big salad.
To make it taste better.
What most people do is they'll have, which is great, a big bowl of veggies, but to flavor it so they can eat it, they're putting, all the things we said, dressing, cheese, whatever on it, oil, whatever.
And you can, it's not like you can't have all that. We've done that, we do that sometimes, but we measure everything out. It's a tablespoon of light dressing, a tablespoon of light cheese, a tablespoon of nuts. Everything is measured out and included in our daily food plan. Number 7, yogurt. Yogurt is great. We eat yogurt every day. However, I've had a ton of people come up to me and go, oh, I'm losing weight. I'm gonna eat yogurt like you and I'm getting healthy. They come up to me eating their yogurt, which is flavored, full fat, and they're eating it out of the tub. When you don't measure, even if it's something healthy like yogurt, if you're not measuring the yogurt and you end up eating half the tub because it's healthy and it's yogurt and you're losing weight, that's a lot, especially if it's flavored and full fat. That's a lot of extra sugar, carbs, and fat that you didn't even think of because you didn't check the label and you didn't measure, and you're just eating yogurt because it's healthy.
Yeah, so what we're saying is yogurt is not yogurt. All yogurts are not the same.
They're all different.
You really have to watch your labels.
For us, when we choose yogurt, we choose Greek because it's higher in protein. We also get the plain fat-free. And if you guys have watched any of our other videos like Full Days of Eating and grocery hauls, you'll see all the yogurt that we show, it's all plain fat-free, because you can control what you add to it in terms of sweeteners and fruit and that kind of thing, which means you're getting less calories, less carbs, and less sugar.
I noticed too, a lot of people will say, okay, well, I don't like the plain yogurt, but I chose the vanilla as a healthier. It's not healthier. The vanilla is loaded with sugar
and extra carbs.
For some reason, I don't know why, but for some reason, vanilla is looked at as a little healthier than other flavors.
It has more sugar and more carbs, just like any of the other flavored ones. If you want vanilla flavored yogurt, what we do, we use a teaspoon of vanilla extract and a teaspoon of stevia, and we mix it into half a cup of plain fat-free Greek yogurt. There you've got your vanilla flavored yogurt with less calories, less sugar, and less carbs. And less fat, because it's fat-free. Let's move on. Number 6 is fruit. Again, typers. Fruit is healthy, and fruit is really good for weight loss. But we see this so much. I'm losing weight, I'm gonna get healthy snacks. People reach for fruit. I'm hungry, I'm just gonna have an apple. Or I'm just gonna put a whole banana in my yogurt. Or I'm gonna eat a handful of grapes, or I'm gonna have the bag of grapes beside me while I'm working, and you end up eating the whole bag of grapes. Fruit is healthy, but you still, like for us, we still have to be careful of how much fruit we eat because it's got carbs and sugar in it. So we also like to choose specific fruits. We leave bananas as treats and we eat them sparingly. We choose more berries and apples because they contain more fiber and they have less sugar in them. So certain fruits, all fruits are different. Some fruits have way more sugar and carbs in them. And that is why we choose the ones with more fiber, like berries and apples, that have less sugar, higher fiber, and are slower digesting.
And that's why fruit is kind of in the middle of this list, because yes, it is healthy, but we find that all fruit is kind of labeled great. All fruit is labeled healthy, where there's big differences between fruits.
Yes, so we choose berries and apples for our fruit and throw in the other fruits as a treat here and there because they're tasty and they do have good vitamins. And that's the thing. Fruit can be great for you, but again, we personally need to measure it and keep track of the types we're eating and how much. Number 5, honey and maple syrup. We hear a lot of people say, okay, I'm gonna switch and be healthier and I'm gonna eat natural sugar. And so they'll take the sugar out of their coffee and tea and they'll add honey. Or they'll take the sugar out of their baked goods and they'll use honey and pure maple syrup instead. Which, yes, those are natural and they are good for you. However, they're full of sugar. And with sugar also comes carbs. For us, if we have honey, if we have the natural sugar from honey, maple syrup, or fruit like we were just talking about, we will get fat. Just like if we have processed sugar. So Kyle and I have to watch any sugar, natural or processed. So when we're wanting something for sweetening in baked goods or for sweetening our yogurt, we don't reach for honey or maple syrup because they're full of sugar.
Be careful, guys, of the marketing because natural sugar is still sugar.
It's still sugar. It might not affect, everybody's body is different, but natural sugar is the same as processed sugar for us, for Kyle and I. It will make us gain weight the same as processed sugar. So we use sweeteners, 0-calorie sweeteners, when we want some form of sugar. Number 4 is nuts. Nuts are great. They have healthy fat in them. They're really good for helping you lose weight. They help you stay full and satisfied. But the thing with nuts, a lot of people use them for snacking. So they'll grab a handful or they'll leave, a bag of nuts at their desk at work. When they're hungry, they'll reach for nuts. They're cooking, reach for nuts while they're cooking. Nuts are great when they're measured. So with the nuts, we ate them the whole time we were losing weight and we still eat them every day, and they are included in our meal plans and things like that, and they are great for snacking and everything. However, they're loaded with calories, and depending on the nut you choose, some of them are loaded with saturated fat as well. So it's about the kind of nuts that you choose and also how much you're eating. When we started losing weight, we were eating a 1/4 cup of nuts a day as a snack. It was great. It worked perfect for us, kept us full, gave us the nutrients and healthy fats we needed. However, in a 1/4 cup of nuts, that's like, depending on the kind of nut you're eating, it's like 300 to 400 calories for that. So if you're grabbing nuts and you're grabbing them and not measuring them and you end up eating like a cup of nuts, that's like
your whole day's
your
calories.
whole day's calories, and you didn't even know it. And like,
that's the tricky part.
ton of fat.
Why they're kind of falling here on our list is because they are a bit overrated. Like visually, you only get this, and you're like, oh, I'm being healthy, I'm choosing nuts, and I'm only eating even a quarter cup or a half cup. That can be 300, 400, 500, 600, 700 calories.
Yeah, and then if you're then eating other fats throughout the day, like if you're putting olive oil somewhere in your meal plan and eating peanut butter or something, you're now like way over probably your fat limit for the day. So it's again about choosing the type of nut. We stick with walnuts and almonds, and it's about also how much. And now, when we were first losing weight, we ate a quarter cup. Now it's a couple tablespoons of nuts a day.
Yeah, we'd rather get fats other places. We get it in our meat, we get it a bit in an egg, and other places rather than all in one shot.
Yeah, exactly. We like spreading it out in different things. Moving on to numeral free.
Now we're getting to the highly overrated so-called weight loss foods.
Oils. So, coconut oil, avocado oil, olive oil, and any other oil, insert here. They're good for you. We include healthy fats in the form of oils in our diet as well, but they're measured because, again, depending on the oil, it can have saturated fat, but a lot of people, like, healthy fats are pushed right now, so people are dumping, oil, or they'll be like, okay, I'm gonna be healthy and lose weight, so I'm gonna roast up some veggies with some olive oil. And what they do is they put the veggies in the pan and they go bling, 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 and they have no idea that was probably 5 or 6 tablespoons of oil.
And the problem with right now, it's so popular to have healthy fats. The problem with that is, okay, I'm choosing a healthy fat, coconut oil, and then you turn off your brain because it's healthy and you're, like Nicole said, dumping on way, way, way too much.
Or you're throwing in coconut oil in a smoothie, or you're adding it onto your food, or you're tossing your salad with olive oil mixed with vinegar, and like you're not actually paying attention to how much oil, and you're using it throughout the day. Or you're like, but this is my veggies for the week. Glug, 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 oil all over your veggies that you've roasted. And so, yes, it's going to be spread out throughout the week, but you still might be getting at least 2 full tablespoons of oil, or at least 1 on your veggies.
And coconut oil is loaded with saturated fats too.
And it adds up as the day goes on. If you're like, oh, I'm being healthy, I'm gonna saute my veggies in olive oil, then later I'm gonna make an omelet with coconut oil, and the oils are adding up, and you're like, why am I not losing weight? You really, it's again about the type and the amount. Every single one, you're gonna hear the same thing.
And you don't wanna hide calories on yourself, so.
No.
Yeah.
So even the oil that you're doing, like if we're roasting veggies for the week and we're using oil, it's measured. It's 1 tablespoon over the whole amount of veggies for the week. That's 1 tablespoon divided between the 2 of us between 6 days worth of veggies. Number 2. Number 2. Smoothies.
Smoothies are like one of the worst offenders.
You can go to a whole bunch of different places and get smoothies. You can go to your gym, get some gyms and get smoothies.
You used to be able to get them at McDonald's. I don't know if they still sell them.
I don't know, but they're everywhere. They sell them in the frozen aisle. I think you can go like get a smoothie in a bag. Like, now, they can be good for you. A lot of people prefer putting their fruit and veggies in one of those and drinking them. They can be healthy. But what I see when people are doing smoothies is they're just opening up the bag of fruit, dumping it in. Opening up yogurt, dumping it in.
Opening up the natural, healthy peanut butter and dumping it in.
Adding honey for sweetener. Throwing in, healthy fats in there. Throwing in some peanut butter.
Healthy fats.
So now you've got extra fat and carbs and sugar from your yogurt that was flavored that you put in your smoothie. You got extra sugar in the natural honey that you put in for sweetening. You got lots of fat in the peanut butter that you just threw in, and maybe the coconut oil, and whatever else, however many types of fruit you put in there, you got all the carbs and sugar from that. Now you've got a healthy drink loaded with extra sugar and carbs and calories that you're not even thinking because you're looking at it as healthy. So again, if we make a smoothie, you know, we measure everything that goes in, and we choose the non-dairy milk, the fat-free yogurt, the zero-calorie sweetener for flavoring, and we choose lower sugar fruits in place of all the higher sugar stuff.
And before we get to number one, I just like to say that we're not experts. This is our list of the most overrated healthy or weight loss foods. And what would we know? We've lost 260 pounds and kept it off for 7 years.
Yeah, Kyle's right. And that means each of us have lost 130 pounds. I used to be almost 300 pounds. Kyle used to be almost 400. We ate all these foods. We did this. This is why we're doing this video, because we reached for handfuls of nuts. I used to eat like half a bag of dried cranberries because I thought they were healthy, and then I realized how much extra sugar and carbs I was eating, not even thinking because they were healthy. I would reach for granola bars and peanuts, and I made smoothies, and I thought, oh, I'm being healthy, and then I realized I hit a plateau and I wasn't losing weight because I was adding all these calories in.
Yeah, we want you guys to be successful, so we fell into these traps, so we're trying to help some people avoid them.
Exactly. So this video is to help you guys out, to stop you from falling into the traps, like Kyle just said, like we did. And these, like I said, these are the foods that we've fallen into the traps of these foods. We still use these foods for weight loss, for meeting any goal that we have, but we choose the better version of them, and we choose like the amount. We weigh it out, measure it out. And yes, they're healthy, but yes, they can help with weight loss. However, amount and type are very important. We have found that. So let's get to the numeral uno. And that's gonna be protein bars, protein powder or shakes, and meal replacements. So we see a lot of people starting their fitness journey, and they're like, okay, I'm gonna eat a protein bar. As a quick snack, instead of a granola bar, I'm gonna grab a protein bar. It's extra protein, they're supposed to be good for you. Instead of a chocolate bar, I'm gonna have a protein bar. Oh, I'm just gonna have a quick protein shake. Or
I did a really hard workout today. I'm gonna have a protein bar.
I'm gonna have a meal replacement instead of actually eating food. However, protein bars. Before this video, Kyle and I Googled the nutrition counts of some protein bars and of some chocolate bars. And let me just tell you, you'd be better off eating the chocolate bar. A lot of them, when we looked at them, were very comparable in sugar, in fat, in calories, in carbs, even in saturated fats. So yes, are there healthy protein bars? Can they be used in weight loss? Sure, they're good, but they're supplements. Especially with meal replacements, we get a lot of questions about meal replacements. We have found in our experience, when we have a meal replacement versus an actual meal, it backfires because we didn't actually eat food, we're not satisfied, and it doesn't keep us full. However, if you eat that same amount of calories and nutrition in a meal, you're satisfied, you're full, you feel like you've eaten, and you're a lot more successful. Protein shakes, we do have them. However, it's a supplement. And again, we measure it, and we're very careful the ones that we choose. We choose the ones that are lower in fat, carbs, and sugar. And it's not I'll just throw a scoop of protein powder in my oatmeal or my yogurt or my smoothie and it adds up throughout the day, because they do have calories in them.
And they are, like Nicole said, they are not the same. Like if you want protein, don't grab a bar, grab a piece of chicken.
The thing is, like, you could eat a nice chicken breast with a baked potato and some really nice sauteed or steamed veggies or whatever, grilled veggies, over a protein bar, feel way more satisfied, get way more nutritional benefits out of it, and stay on track. Because, like, if you're supplementing a protein bar for a chocolate bar, one, they're very similar, like we said.
And usually the chocolate bar came out to have less calories.
Yeah, and like sugar and everything. And if you're using that as your replacement for a chocolate bar, they don't taste like chocolate bars. They have the same or similar amounts of fat, carbs, and sugar, and most of them aren't really that tasty. So you're still gonna be craving the chocolate bar. So I would rather personally have the chicken, broccoli, and baked potato over a protein bar, you know? So it's just about realizing, like, they're cool for treats. Every once in a while we'll have one as a treat. We'll split one usually so that it's less calories and stuff. But they're never a meal.
They're
or
just
a snack.
they're just a treat.
They're a treat. So that is our list. What I want to do, I want to give you a bonus. Okay, quick bonus. Teas like green tea, matcha tea, I think that's what it's called, or stuff like coffee. Why? They are good for you. They can help with weight loss. However, a lot of people add stuff to them or add them to stuff like
that erase their benefits.
Yes, like iced coffee, or they put cream and sugar in their coffee, or in their tea, or they're putting matcha powder in a smoothie and they're now adding all these extra calories to the matcha powder instead of just having that. So yes, they can benefit you. However, it's again, how much of it are you having? What are you adding to it, or what are you adding it to that might make it more calorie dense? So the friends, again, we're not doctors, we're not dietitians, we're nothing of that. We're just us who've lost a lot of weight and kept it off for over 5 years. This is our experience with these foods. It's our opinion, and that's coming at ya. Hope you enjoyed it. Don't forget to hit the bell for notifications for more videos so it can be cool. Check us out on Instagram at the Collets. If you want to know about our meal plans, they're in the link down below. Check it out. Don't forget to like this video with the thumbs up and to subscribe if you haven't already. Thank you. Have a great day. The Collets are out. Peace out, dude.
Did you have an elevator going down there? Ah.
No, but I can be in one.
See you guys.
Bye guys, thanks for watching. Remember, the friends, that weight loss isn't just about the number on the scale. It's also about here and here. Heart and mindset. Fight through it. You can do it. Don't